What going on, everybody? David Mitchell here, Voice of Autism, episode 109. And whoo, it's been a crazy Thanksgiving. And also, Merry Christmas. It's now the Christmas season. So, Merry Christmas to all. But yeah. But it's now Christmas time, and a lot of stuff have happened Thanksgiving too. So yeah, one is that there have been a lot of stuff that have been going on with Copa, and Copa have really, what to say, pissed off a lot of people, including me. But there are some good news. We are getting our voice out there, telling them how we feel, and they are actually listening in. They're realizing that with the threat that they made to the fish in a barrel, they really got the community kicked off. They really have. With that, literally, like, they really ticked off the community when they said that, shooting fish in a barrel and doing that stuff. And it really have. And here to know, I was looking at something about the parenting or like the child advocacy group out there that you got this happening. Those groups are just narcissistic parents who think everybody to be the same. So that thing and to be have everything. It's a messed up thing, and it involves autism too because we deal with the narcissistic behavior with parents of our autistic saying, "Oh, if you're a kid or if you have autistic, you would act like that." Same with the child advocacy group who did this. So we caught you red-handed, you advocacy groups who do this shit. So nice try. You're not really advocacy group if you do this, and you've been busted, and it backfired on you. Here, Chubbin, if I was government, I would have put a law in where child advocacy groups have had therapists and all it's up to make sure narcissistic parents who are bad and toxic parents can't get in, because if we had something to make it hard for a narcissistic and toxic parent to get into the group, stuff with Copa like it would never be happening. And I mean it. It would never have happened. But it actually backfired and fucked them up very good to the point where if I were going to be the nice of Copa, probably to child advocacy group who supported trying to put it through and try to screw YouTube. But yeah, they really have kicked off the community. But the only reason why I took note of it is because I had a friend whose mother was too toxic and narcissistic who worked for the SCT who put the Copa law in. He said he glad he had emancipation because after he got out of his mom's house, he got out at 16 because of emancipation. He said after that, his mom got arrested for her narcissistic behavior on his little brother. And he ended up taking custody of his little brother when he was 19. So, yeah. But that was one. And another one was from my friend. After that, she and the girl that is a friend of mine said that her mother was so narcissistic, and she was part of one of the child advocacy group that was caused it. Her mom was so narcissistic and toxic, it was not funny, and she treated her like crap. And she treated our kids who were teenagers like crap too. Literally, and harassed them. She even got emancipated from her mom when she was 17. And the thing is that her mom got arrested for harassing the neighbor teen, literally, for having fun because their mom preferred them to work. One, we're not your trade. Child labor, illegal. Just because you have kids, that means you didn't get out everything. Oh, 1 minute, let me. There we go. I had the speakers still hooked in. But what happened? Just wrong. Just bloody hellin' wrong. And we autistic people get it the worst. Like literally, it's horrifying for us because we get it bad with the narcissistic behavior. And literally, if you just think about it, if we had counselors, all that in child advocacy group, narcissistic parent would have not be able to get in that easily. But nope, they did. And look what it causing to happen. Literally. And people just can't seem to realize if we just stop some narcissistic son of a guns, problem will be solved. But no. They have to choose the dumb way in. And yeah, I'm calling it dumb way in because of how stupid it is. But it really backfired on them, and I think they're probably going to bring up a wake-up call on narcissistic people. And I mean narcissistic people who are toxic, who are controlling a kid. You know? And I think they were really a demise for to the point where they really, and it probably will backfire, and it probably going to backfire really bad. But yeah, I think the backfiring really is going to be the demise of COPA and some of the child advocacy groups that did that, Meaning, I can guarantee, and I mean guarantee that, oh boy, you got to think about it. About like, it, it really got a lot of people ticked off. And I mean a lot. And 1 minute. Hey, turn that down! I'm doing a live stream. 1 minute. I'm about to go walk in there and out and turn it down because that's it point out loud. Like literally, I could hear that in here. Hmm. Minute. But yeah, and sorry about that, guys. Sometimes I have to holler to tell them to turn it down. You'd either holler at them, or something else. 1 minute. Like, can you turn that down? I can hear that from the room. I can hear it from my room, and I'm doing a live stream. Yeah, let's see. I can hear it from the room. If I get a copyright on my YouTube channel because of that doesn't want to get broke. Yes, yes, I will. Is it Disney? Actually, the If I get a copyright strike, it won't be your fault. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. They won't turn it down. Not a problem. And I'm about to fix that if they keep it up. Like, literally, I can hear that from in here. And if I get a copyright strike from them, something bad is going to happen. Like, literally. Because that's the road. I know the reason why they're doing that. Because I was playing music out loud earlier. They're doing that to get back at me. Immature. I know the reason why. Like, I can hear it from here. Like, literally. And I don't want to be letting you do that while I live stream. You know? Like, literally. Oh, my friend Tyrone just messaged me. Oh, he got a new gaming chair. Nice. But yeah, crazy. Sweet. But yeah. But it's crazy if you did think about it. Like, literally. If you guys know what I mean. But yeah. I'll be honest. People who play music out loud thinking it's funny. It's really not. It's just plain out scumminess and rude. If somebody's doing a live stream or something, the polite thing to do is turn it down until that live stream is done. Hey, and if you're able to pause your movie and wait until they get done, that would be even wiser to do. So, yeah. Instead of being a dick, just wait until they get done live streaming, and then you can do it. But not that many people take that advice. Literally, and I mean not that many people. And it is pretty annoying, I'll admit that. But I'm going to get ready to talk about autism stuff in a few minutes, but we're still talking about COPA. Now, COPA really have ticked off a lot of people, and I mean a lot. Buddy, what are you doing? My dog. They're right there, Mimi. But what is going on is pretty messed up. And it kind of a red flag of what the Chinese would have done. Literally. It's a red flag in my book. Buddy, stop rubbing your head right there. My dog, if you see right there, and even rubbing up on my train sets. Yes, I have my train set right there. There we go. But yeah. That I have my train set under there because that's the only plate that I have room for them. So they got the yard boss set with I'm probably gonna try to find a decoder for the 060. And also turn it into like a little team locomotive for tourism, or it's like a little tour locomotive. Because I have a GP 40-2 in dresser with a lot of modern rolling stock. Because I'm doing a modern short line, I might have a little tour operation to it, but that would probably be it. And I might keep that some of the cars into like and tank car for that set. I might turn it into like auxiliary tank for the steam locomotive. But yeah, but I'm still thinking about a lot of stuff to do because it is model road. So yeah.
Second edit update. Thank you.
But now let's get to the autism stuff, if you guys know what I mean.
Thank you all for your responses. It is so helpful. I took a long walk on my lunch hour to help me process all of it. At this point, I'm frankly embarrassed that I didn't see this for what it was from the beginning. I will do my best to make sure that my daughter's friend knows that her echolalia is completely normal and that I don't think it needs to be fixed. If she is interested in learning more, I can point her to a few resources, namely, the ones provided by Kirsten below, while acknowledging that I am mostly ignorant on the subject. Thank you again for all of your thoughts. First edit to change to identity first language. I am new to the group, Holistic, and asking for help, and if I state anything in an offensive way to anyone, I apologize in advance. I am still learning and open to further education. My daughter is 17 and has a friend visiting for the week. My daughter's friend has told me in the past that she is autistic and ADHD. My daughter is neurodiverse but with language-based and executive functioning issues more than ASD. Last night my daughter's friend repeatedly interrupted conversation with 1 to 3 word phrases. The phrases were often repetitive and were always unrelated to the conversation at hand. She apologized and told us that this is because of her autism. I asked if she'd ever researched coping mechanisms and she said no, but that she would like to. I offered to help and she said yes. Is anyone familiar with this trait or have any suggestions for coping mechanisms or resources? Additionally, if anyone can offer suggestions for how the rest of us can respectfully respond or not when she does this, I would also appreciate that. Thanks in advance.
Okay, my answer, because I do have that habit of repeating the same thing and a little repetitive, like they said. But the thing is that it's not her problem. It's actually the people who cause it. Like when you get ignored by people that you're trying to talk to a lot, you get that habit of repeating stuff a lot, like literally. If you ever had that point where people just ignore you, then yeah, it will get to that point, and it's pretty annoying, and it's very hard to do. Like literally, like if you had it happen long enough, it do get tired, and I mean tired. Like literally. But it is something that we deal with on a daily basis. Like she can break the habit, but it's very hard because once the habit begins, it's very hard, and I know that from experience because it can be caused at a young age, like literally at a young age, and not crazy, but you don't have to be embarrassed about it and don't have to apologize. The people who really have to apologize are the one that have treated her wrong. I can hear that from in here. But yeah. Like it's literally a bad habit that some people don't seem to get. Like I mean literally. Like it can be caused by people being so ignorant to you and treating you like crap. And ABA therapy causes it to happen too. yeah, I'm calling them out for creating a habit like this.
Context: I volunteer at my church. We have a few kids that are autistic, and I try my best to help advocate and make sure our kids feel safe and have fidgets and stuff. Anyway, last week, my kid had a meltdown while he was with me, was helping his mom get things ready for them to head out, and since then I've been trying to come up with solutions that could have helped him. It broke my heart, and I feel like I failed him in that moment. He needed to start getting ready to go home with his family, and he was trying to cope with his current situation by grabbing some toys to play with. I was like, hey bud, we gotta get your hat and mittens and coat on so you can go home. First mistake, I closed the lid to the toys he was trying to open. It was loud. It was sudden. Second mistake, I treated him like any of my other kids and picked him up when he started crying. Crying kid usually means pick up and move to an area to have a cry. It's my first instinct with all the kids I work with since they're all in that age group. But because he was so overwhelmed and I recognized that too late, he started hitting me. His last way to communicate. I failed that kid. And I need to know how to do better. I am dedicated to making sure our kids have a safe place to be, making sure that I'm someone they can depend on, and I fucked up this time. Please help me come up with step-by-step ideas that might help him or anyone else who might be nearing a meltdown or having one. I would be eternally grateful. I'm autistic, yeah, but that doesn't mean I have all the answers.
That's true.
And I don't want anyone excusing this as being a small thing, or saying it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. It was definitely a big deal for my kid last week. I fucked up. I'm going to try to do better, and it starts with education. If I can change something, then I'm going to do so.
Here's the thing, every autistic acts differently. Because if you are on the autism spectrum or autistic, that means you know everything. It's the same with somebody else. Like me and my fiance Vel, we're both autistic. But we are a little different from one to another. And here's the thing, different people can match. It's the complete opposite story when it comes to people who have the same trait and everything, because that will eventually cause them to butt heads and cause fallout. But people who do have a relationship with somebody who have different interests do last longer than people who have the same interest. You can have the same interest too, like you can have a few of the same interests, but if you have too many of the same interests, it can butt heads and it can actually cause feuds. It's very rare, but it can work. It depends on who you are. Because everybody is different, even on the autism spectrum. But yeah. And it can work. Like people who have same job and think, oh, finally, they turn the TV off. But yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, wow. But yeah. It's mind blowing. But you have to do a lot more work if you think about it. Like, literally. And you have to think about it. But yeah, let's get to the next one.
In regards to my sketchbook that I have been working on, the page that shortly describes autism is a neurological variation from Autism. The first 7 pages were based off of ASAN's article of what autism is. I have a page for sensory differences, a page for the different ways of learning and problem solving, a page for how we are deep thinkers with passionate interest spins, a page for repetitive movements, so stimming, a page for routine order and consistency, sameness, a page for difficulties in understanding and expressing, neurotypical social interactions, a page for identity first language, a page for how the spectrum is not linear and functioning labels are harmful, a page for presentations so atypical and typical are non-stereotypical and stereotypical, a page about masking, a page about burnout, overload, meltdowns, and shutdowns, A page about autism speaks and how they don't speak for us. A
That's
page
true.
about learning disabilities. A page about PDA, pathological demand avoidance. 2 pages about cookering condition examples. A page about the puzzle piece, how it is harmful. A page
That's
about the
true.
rainbow and gold infinity symbol. I have 8 more pages that I need to fill. 1 page will definitely be autistic approved organizations. Another page will, I hope, be the different Facebook pages and groups of autistic advocates to follow once I am able to reach out to a good handful of them and ask if they approve of me writing their link in my art book. I'm also going to make a separate page about sensory processing disorder and other processing disorders because even though it is cookering, a majority of autistics have some sort of processing disorder. I also have 3 or 4 quotes by autistics that were sent to me to add in. I know there's a ton more that I can add and I'm kind of blanking right now. So if anyone has any more suggestions or something that they would like me to include in the book, one have about 6 pages, taking away the 2 pages for organizations and advocate groups pages. Also, if you are an autistic advocate, you see this post and you want me to include your link in my book, please let me know. I'll be happy to do so. I want the world to get their information about autism from us. That is my goal of this book. Not only for people who are questioning if they're autistic to be able to get a summary of what being autistic means, but also for them to maybe find a connection and further their want to learn more. But also for people who have autistics in their life. And for autistics who just want to feel a connection, and like they aren't alone, to other people in their community. I want inclusion, understanding, and information with an added bonus of pretty colored backgrounds and sparkly gel pen writings. I'm also planning to make one of the pages about assuming competence and what that means.
I have to agree with her. That it's up and amazing, like literally. Yeah, let go something out because we have people who are trying to take. Oh, let me. That won't be to a few minutes.
Hey everyone. I am wondering how I can manage both schoolwork and living in a neurotypically dominated world at the same time. I've focused so much on the latter that my schoolwork, which I would have no trouble at if I just focused on it to a certain extent, is really falling behind. Recently, though, I've been focusing way more on my schoolwork, but my real-world anxiety is shot up. Suggestions are welcome, thank you.
Okay, I'll be on my fiance Val. She is dealing with it too. Don't focus on so much schoolwork because you will be overworking your mind to the point where you can actually die from overwork. Like, there's something that people don't know. Japan, people overwork themselves to death. Yes, people die working to the point where it kills. I tried telling my fiance that, but she is a hard worker. I'm proud of that, but it do get concerning because for autistic, too much work can cause it to shut down, and it can actually kill her. Like, you have to think about how much work you're doing because it can be dangerous. Like, you can cause a lot of stuff to go wrong. So you have to plan stuff out like life work balance. And I'm not good at it, but I have to learn it because if I want to live long enough for me and my fiance to have a good life, we both gotta learn this. Love or not love, but life work balance. So yeah. So that's something I got to learn how to do. But it is very tricky. And it's something I need to work on. Like literally. But yeah. And what she is saying, she needs to stop doing too much work. Like, focus on the schoolwork that you need to get done for that week. Do 30 minutes per night or less. Not 2 hours, because therapists are now saying that a bad thing to do. Going on for 2 hours or a whole week studying. They're now saying, which I would say, and agree with that overworking is bad. And they're saying studying too much is bad for your health. And I noted when people started wanting to do homework more and more, I noted when the homework rate started going up, obesity started going up. Do you know the reason why? If you want to know the reason why I connect homework to obesity, because you don't move that much. You just sit down working and it causes stress. You can get fat from being stressed out too much. And that's a fact. And overworking too. So yeah, overworking and stress. Put that on a kid and they'll be gaining weight like that. Literally. And people don't realize that. And I mean it. Like, people don't realize that can cause weight gain. And it's something that I'm surprised, like, literally. And I'm chubby, not obese. For me, I'm a little chubby. I kind of got a big belly, I'll be honest. And yeah, I got them, they call it the man boobs, but I'm slowly getting them weight off. I'm actually having a problem trying to keep my pants on now. Pants are starting to go whoop a little bit down more. Like, literally, it's hard trying to keep them on when they keep on going down. I mean, I'm losing weight. But the thing is that homework is one that causes it. It causes stress, and there does not be homework until high school. Or not at all. Like, literally, we're putting so much work on our kids. We're like, for thinking it can help them with their futures, all doing and wrecking their life, wrecking their social life, a lot of stuff, making it be, loners. Literally, homework is a problem, and it even work for autistics. Like, I'll be honest, homework for me, what a hell. I used to throw it in a burn barrel. You put it in a hole in my grandma's wall. Hide it, like, literally, and tear it up and flood it down to sew it. That's how I felt about homework back in elementary school. And did with a horrible type of homework. And I'm not even 10. Like, did with homework that you should never be given to somebody under the age of 10. I was so stressed out. Like, literally. And targeting it is part of ABA therapy. Except that I'm dead to fucking against. Because it's sexually abusive. And the homework that they gave me, I would not be able to get it done until it was time to go to bed. Like, literally, that's how long it took. Like, I hated it. Because of how horrible. My brother and his girlfriend. It's annoying having. This is why I prefer to do live streams when I'm the only one here. But it exactly causes mental issues, and teachers don't realize that. Therapists who know how autistics feel do. And I don't mean one that support ABA therapy because they are not. I'm talking about one who are autistic, know what they have gone through, and know how our people on the spectrum feel too. Those people. Not the one who say that they know autism when they really don't. And I mean it, like, literally, just stop and think about it. Just because you have and help somebody on autism spectrum, or you have family member or a friend on the autism spectrum, That mean autistic. It mean you only know one person, not anybody else. And literally, did one of the things right here that are causing problems, like literally causing problems. And I mean it. It's so ooh, aggravating, like literally. And we finally got into job putting people like in mental asylum in mental hospitals, but it is still happening. We're still trying to work on stop having that happen down here in the south and stop them from putting it in mental hospital and caregiving homes. And we're trying to work on telling them enough with how you treat her here. Like literally with the homework and stuff. Like last time I did homework was in high school. But yeah. But I am doing homework for the Autism Network, and that homework that I write. Here, Jane. Homework can be good, but only if it's of it that they like and into. If you give them homework that they do not like, they won't do it, and it will cause stress and problems. You have to give them something that interests them and pique their interest. Like literally. You can't give them something that just go bring them stress into Snoresville. Like literally. You have to think about it in a way. Because one, you really don't know what you're thinking about if you're doing it in a way that you want to do it, if you want to teach them or give them education. And it's something that's been happening for a century, and I think it's finally catching up and showing how signful it is. But yeah. Now let's go to something else. The autistic groups I'm a part of on Facebook are being attacked by narcissistic and toxic neurotypicals who are trying to take our space away from us. And it won't happen on my watch.
Stop reporting shit from this group and page. It's not cute. It's not funny. You won't enjoy it when the group page gets removed from Facebook. Stop.
Mm-hmm. Yep. People are seriously going after the group, trying to shut our voice up. Literally, meaning we got somebody who not not uh, not autistic in the group. We have somebody who is neurotypical who snuck in, and I think we need to find out who they are and get them kicked out. But I guarantee, they're trying to infiltrate, and I think it's somebody who part of autism speak. Look, that group will try anything they can to try to stop people like us.
Ballistic. My local zoo created several areas throughout the park with little to no sound, light, external stimulation, and marked them on the map. The park is pretty small, so the walking distance seemed short between them, in my able-bodied opinion. I personally went into almost all of the areas. Many of them were existing structures, rooms that were sort of sheltered from the noise already, and they had signs marking them as quiet zones. A couple of them were places that only had room for 1 to 2 full-sized adults, the rest were bigger. I got the impression that it would be an easy place to be alone if you wanted. Image description. A map of the blank Park Zoo, which has all of the animal exhibits labeled. The map key has symbols for quiet zones and headphone zones, listed under the other symbols for restrooms, food courts, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Underneath the quiet zone and headphone zone symbols is the caption, "These symbols assist guests with sensory processing needs." The map also says go to blank Park Zoo. Conservation to find out how your visit is helping to save animals around the world. And also visit www ASA. Or, ASA safe to learn how accredited zoos and aquariums are saving animals.
Hmm. But yeah, that's been good, but gotta be careful with it because it can get out of hand and become segregation. It's a good idea, but it can come and turn into segregation for our community if we don't watch how they do it, because it can go out of hand like that.
I saw this picture the other day and immediately related hard in a way I don't think it was intended, but in the way where I see these things all at once and get mentally overwhelmed. I also have OCD. Does this happen to anyone else? And if so, what do you do to counteract?
I do have OCD myself, but it only when it comes to people making a mess of my room or something. But yeah, everybody different.
Image description: a black and white animated picture of a dad holding his son with the words proud autism. Dad then says accept, understand, love underneath. The O in proud is a heart made from rainbow puzzle pieces. Someone shared this on my Instagram, and when I told them about the puzzle piece being harmful, their response was basically they won't take suggestions from me because he knows more about the subject than me, supposedly. I'm autistic, and he really told me he knows more than me because his son is autistic. Not sure how to respond to this person.
Okay, that person who said that is narcissistic. One, if you're on the autism spectrum and they're saying that they know more than you, they really don't. It's ignorant. It's toxic. It's narcissistic. Literally, just think about it. Narcissistic, toxic, and ignorant people think that way. And what he said did prove my point right there. So sorry for that who have autistic son out there. You do not know. Autistic people are all different. We are different color. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Like different cultures, different mindset, and we all think differently. Nobody is the same. But yeah, just think about it. If we don't give people like that the education and tell them what they're doing wrong, then they'll keep doing what they're doing, and we need to stop it.
Someone shared illustrations of mental disorders in a group I'm in, and this is how they portrayed autism. Personally, I don't know how I feel about this and wanted to know what other people thought of this. Image description: a teal monster illustration covering its face with the word autism in white. Black text on a white background.
Come on. So it's the picture that they're talking about. I could say that's it. Racist, segregated. That's it. Racist and segregated bullcrap right there. It did pisses me off that they make autism look that way, and it's really not. Like literally, it's segregation. Now, this is what I think autism is right here, because I am autistic myself. This is a better illustration that everyone is not. I mean, not great, sure, but just think about it. This picture right here, just like a segregation, stereotypic, fear mongering problem that it is disgusting. I'm autistic myself, and that right there, that's the disgrace and disturbing. Like literally, I'm just saying, how fucking dare they do that? Like, it's just horrible, disgusting. Like, literally, like, I mean it. It did not right. And I don't know how in the fuck this stuff is so accepted in our society today. Maybe gotta wait another century before they realize what they're doing to us is wrong and they need a look how we feel. I just heard a train horn. But what is going on is wrong. Not right, and it did disgusting, disgusting, and I mean disgusting, horrible, horrible crap. And I mean it. How in the fuck is stuff like this so accepted in our society? And I mean it. Like, literally. It's not fucking right. And I mean it. But yeah, the dogs are sleeping right there. Uh, they're the trainer. But what and trainer, but what they're doing is horribly, horribly wrong. And that's not what autism look like. It's not. Autism don't have a look. Literally. And people just cannot seem to get that. Like, literally. And it's so disgraceful on how they make a look, treat her. And I mean it. It's just wrong. Just no, enough, enough. Just need to fucking end. And I mean it. But yeah.
Do you ever really appreciate it when your friends and family show support for your special interests? My SIs are Les Miserables and Harry Potter. Today is my birthday. So far, my major gifts from my family and friends have included a Pottery Barn Golden Snitch candy holder, a book about wand lore and Harry Potter, 3 Noble Collection wands, a Deathly Hallows necklace, a copy of Les Miserables from 1914, a custom Enjolras nutcracker, and a handmade doll of the character Javert.
Mm-hmm.
I am just really grateful today that my family and friends are choosing to celebrate my birthday by honoring my special interests.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else have this kind of support from family and friends?
I gotta be honest, I don't have that with my family. And the Amtrak train about to go by. Like, literally. You hear it out there? Not a train going by. Definitely not an Amtrak. It's a freight train. But what is going on is not right. At least what Amtrak. It was, but my mom complained about me rail fanning, like literally. She complains about me rail fanning almost daily. And she had my grandma degree on her side. And she talked about me spending my money on art stuff instead of model railroader because that's something I like. You really, that's not support from your family. They're telling you that. And I never did get that type of support. They did take me up to North Carolina to a transportation museum back when I was 16, 5 years ago, but that was long ago. And I do figure with them because how they treat me. So they really need to think about how they support me.
Image description: a handmade doll of the character Javert. The doll has gray hair, large blue eyes, a small smiling mouth, and no nose. It is made of fabric and has peach skin tone. It wears a black trench coat with 2 rows of white buttons. In the image, a human hand holds the doll while sitting inside a car.
Well, I will show you guys the picture because it did kind of. I'll be honest, I think it is adorable. Because I am a Harry Potter fan too. I'll be honest about that. But yeah, Deadly Hollow Part 1 and Part 2 are my favorite out of the whole series. Because it felt more resonating with me than anything else. But yeah. Now, let's get to me and my fiance's up.
My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, 4 days to go and it's time to celebrate and also commemorate Bonifacio Day with us. From Cantus to you, the congregation. Join us as we sing Vivaldi's Gloria and beloved Christmas carols this coming Saturday, November 30th, 2019 at 8 p.m. at the Archdiocesan Shrine of Divine Mercy at the heart of Mandaluyong City. Free admission, my friends.
That is from my fiance Belle. And it checked me today.
Musical notes: we always go into it blindly. I needed to lose you to love me. This dancing was killing me softly. I needed to hate you to love me. Musical notes.
That from my fiance Val. Literally. And if you guys don't know, me and her best BFF thoughts about how to falling out because of a fuck up or a group I made back a couple of years ago. Or technically not a couple of years ago. Technically before my birthday, but I've been working hard to get back on track. But yeah.
Smiling face with hard eyes. My anniversaire pour les post en Cantus, a member Lundi en November 26, 2018.
Okay, let's get saying about this up. But yeah. And I also got a few arts to talk about for.
Belle Beria, soprano, started singing at the age of 7. She has joined several choral groups, including the Apostleship of Prayer Youth Choir 2012-2016, Union Church of Manila Chancel Choir 2015 present, and St. Scholastica Chamber Choir 2014 present. Belle is also a prolific soloist for sacred works, and has performed solo parts in Elijah in 2016, Oratorio de Noel 2016, and The Seven Last Words 2018. Belle also ventured into singing in corporate events, and occasionally into theater. She has received awards from various competitions in the past, such as Palaksinning ng Mga Batang May K, Kundiman sa Makati, and Search for the Talented on PWD. During the Anka World Autism Festival, she represented the Philippines as the Anka World Ambassador, and received the World Performing Arts Award. Outside performing, Belle is a motivational speaker and advocate for the rights of persons with autism.
Not my fiance.
Following her passion in music, she is now a 4th-year student of the certification program in music performance voice at St. Scholastica's College Manila. Member Mondays.
But yeah, that from my fiance Belle. I find amazing. And it did blow my mind. Get a few more stuff down before I get to dirt that I need to talk about.
Smiling face with hard eyes after concert, I unexpectedly wanted to witness the SEA Games opening production that incorporates all aspects from arts to culture to our very forte of all, performance arts from dancing to singing, all Filipino songs, and the theme song of We Win As One, by our most respected and established Filipino artists.
Oh my god, my meme. If you guys don't know, I did a meme for Thanksgiving this year. It said, if you want turkey this Thanksgiving, you are going to have to go to war with a gobble gobble motherfucker. That was the meme I did. And look at it, a turkey look like ready for war with a bazooka, grenade launcher, an AK, an LMG, and an RPG in the back. But yeah, look like ready for war. And yeah, for people who don't know, I did shave my beard off, so yeah, I don't have no beard right now. So that crazy. So I don't have a beard anymore, but it will grow back eventually. And it was about time for me to do it anyway because one, I had to because 4 weeks I'll be moving to California, and me and Vel will be meeting in 4 weeks. Or technically, less than 4 weeks, about 3 weeks if you think about it. Like literally, we and it's something I actually mean because when I do move to California, a lot of stuff is going to change. And I mean a lot of stuff. Like literally. And it'll be a 2-day trip by train because I'm taking a train. We won't be doing car because it will take 4 to 5 days. We will not be doing plane because my mom, she cannot fly by plane because the altitude can actually kill her because it's like a tumor she have in her head. But yeah, but we'll be getting ready for just Christmas. Vel should be here 2 days before Christmas, and I here in the U.S. and I should be in California 2 days after Christmas, with the 25th. So yeah, I'll be here right toward the end of the year. Exactly the last few days before the end of 2019. So yeah. So it finally happening, and in only a few weeks before it happened, like don't have a month, there's only a few weeks left. Now, if I do get a job down here, I'm going to ask them, can I have a transfer because I am planning to move to California. Like, and I'm going to explain to them because I finally got the application for Walmart done. I have not gotten any notification back yet. And I need to know because once I get done with everything here, because that last week here in South Carolina, I'll be starting to pack all stuff up. Now, dresser, bed, and the desk will be seen. Everything in the closet, everything in the dresser, all stuff right in there. Everything around will be coming with me to California. But the bed, or technically like the table right here, and the dressers, all that won't be coming with me. Fan might need to ask my mom about that because that she might be keeping. But everything else is mine, and I'll be bringing it to California. But yeah, and I don't have that much up. I could put it like in a small to medium trailer. Like literally, I can have everything stacked up in boxes in the middle of a room and still have enough to come through. Because when I started unpacking stuff, when I first moved in here, it was that quick. But yeah, but until then, we'll have to figure out some stuff. I do have the money to do the move to California, but I don't have all money yet to help carry everything there. I'll be only bringing my clothes and stuff first, and then start slowly with everything else in the boxes being moved. So yeah. Now my model railroad magazine and my trains will be in the same box. All the art books will be in a different box, like when it comes to that. But yeah. So and it's something I am planning to do. And I do have stuff under my bed, like an aircraft, like a model, or it's actually a toy aircraft carrier, but it's actually a toy. So, but yeah, but real soon we'll be moving. Oh, and those people who want to go to my fiance YouTube channel, the link is down in the description down below for her YouTube channel. But I only got 3 weeks left for my move to California, or technically 3 to 4 weeks, to be more exact. And it is the Christmas season, or Christmas time now. So Christmas time is here. But yeah. And everything will be slowing down. And you gotta know my rail fan will be slowing down, and there will be probably a few more episodes before the move. So there will be a finale to my rail fan series here in Ravenel. So the finale will be coming before the end of the before I get done with the move, or like before I start the move. I say, like maybe a few days before I do the move, we'll start getting stuff packed up. But yeah, until then, I'll be waiting. But yeah, so the Rail Fan series did pretty well, and with me getting the Heritage unit and the Veteran units, that were good. But it is coming to the end for this series for my YouTube channel. But when I'm in California in Montebello area, I will be doing a new rail fanning series because the area have a lot of tracks, meaning a lot of rail fanning, and probably a lot more train, meaning more content over there. So yeah, plus it's got more variety in passenger train. It's up coming off of the Cajon Pass, and not that far from Montebello. So we'll be seeing trains that would be coming from the Cajon Pass into Los Angeles. So that would be cool, and that would be sparking up my new series, Route Fan in Montebello. It's something I'm actually thinking about. So that will be a new series when I do move to California, and will be the predecessor of Rail Painting in Ravenel. So yeah. So the finale to my old Rail Painting series that I've been doing here in Ravenel since I started it is slowly coming to the end because I'll be moving. But yeah. And it's been a long ride with it, so yeah. And it's crazy, but there'll be a lot more trains up there in Los Angeles in the Montebello area. So yeah, that'll be something I'll be doing. And also, thank you for people who subscribed to my YouTube channel last night from my fellow friend who was also on Facebook. He was doing a live stream one night, and I told the people about me doing relevant and nerds up on my YouTube channel, and some people from his YouTube channel came over and subscribed. So thank you for those people who subscribe to my YouTube channel. But yeah, and that was amazing. But it's crazy, and it's crazy on how much up have changed in the last few years. It's very fast, and with the big move to California, to even a bigger change, like literally. And I find it amazing on what's been going on. So yeah, and I'll keep you guys updated on if I got the job or not. I'm not sure if I got it yet, but I will find out really soon. But yeah, now I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday night. I hope you guys are having a great Christmas time. Merry Christmas to people out there. And I hope everybody having a great weekend. And I hope you guys enjoyed the content and stuff that I am talking about. But yeah, and I hope you enjoyed it all. And I'll talk to you guys later. Signing out. Bye, guys.